So what about your employees though? Like, are you doing anything to like help encourage them, motivate them, get out there? I mean, obviously, maybe it's fitness, maybe it's meeting with them off site and doing something different that like resets their motivation. Like what are you doing in your business specifically that maybe somebody running a small business might consider doing?
Well, one of the things that we do, well, first of all, my son, Justin, him and his partner, Mark, they run HJ Group, which are our employee benefits firm, and I'm privileged to be a partner in that. They constantly are doing, they start their meetings, and this really impresses me. They start their meetings with gratitudes
Hmm.
and what matters most in life. And that health and vitality and opportunity are gifts, and we shouldn't take them for granted. So they'll go around the table and they'll actually express some of the things that they're thankful for. It creates I've been in these meetings, and it creates a really cool and authentic energy in the room, and lets people recognize around the table that business is just a game and real life is 10 times more important. And focusing on your health and your vitality and your opportunities and all of that energy is what allows you to truly enjoy life no matter what's going on. In other words, you can avoid being a pop can on the circumstance of on the wave of circumstance, and have some modium of control inside your life. As you know, sir, I live by a vital signs philosophy, and that is making sure that my relationships, my inner circle relationships are healthy, that I have meaning in my life, that I take care of my body physically and mentally, and that I empower myself financially to ensure that I'm not being robbed of what matters most in my life. So in our companies, Justin in particular, he has team building. They have books that they recommend. And so we tried to create a culture where we're leading by example. Family and friends come first. Health and vitality comes first. Creating memories and experience comes first. And it's not that we don't play the Monopoly game to win. We take our craft very, very seriously. But when you live your life with your priorities, you're bringing to your craft more energy, more focus, more enthusiasm, more excitement, and you can perform at an optimum level no matter what's going on in your world or the external world. So
Hmm.
if you go to an HJ group meeting today and you were sitting around the table, you would think that COVID didn't happen and interest rates didn't go up 6,000%, because they're working and breathing and living as if there's as many opportunities today as there's ever been on the history of the planet. And same with Harry James Enterprises with my partner Joe. When Joe and I are in the truck and we're out looking at our properties and working, we're in the middle of 3 developments right now. We're excited. We're talking about the future. We're talking about what we can do with this property and how we could change the zoning and how we could add another unit, or how we can create a better experiences for our tenants. See, all of those conversations can take place, notwithstanding the fact that interest rates have gone up 6,000%, or notwithstanding the fact that there's a certain gloom or haze over the general economy. Because inside the truck that Joe and I are in, we have control over that environment and the conversation. So, a very long winded way, focus on the things that matter: health, vitality, inner circle, relationships, because that's going to give you a perspective, an outlook where you can perform at an optimum level no matter what's going on. So we live and breathe that in our culture. My son lives and breathes it as a leader. I try to do that, not perfect, but I try to do that every day in my environment. And guess what, Sarah? Just like the flu, or maybe I should say just like COVID, it spreads, and it spreads in a very positive way. Energy is real, energy is measurable. So if I walk into the office with a bounce in my step and excitement and optimism, that's going to spread. We've all been in the room where that person repels you.
Hmm.
It's almost like the energy gets sucked out of the room with certain people's personalities and certain people's energy. We make sure in our environment that it's the opposite, and we work really hard to make sure that as we continue to move forward, that it stays at that level.